All right. I'll be back from the restroom. It always happens right before I start streaming. Every time. Okay, work on dragon continues. I don't remember where we're at, honestly. Let's be open in a second. Let me take a look. So for the dragon here, got the clothing. Be able to type. Be able to use my keyboard. And she just flops sometimes. All right. So the one thing we want to fix right now before we do anything else is on our, we do the breast shape key, the normals are getting quite distorted. That's why it looks so silvery, more silvery, or kind of the lighting looks odd like that right there. So we need to fix that because right now it's showing a, right now it's an artifact. So how to do that? That's a good question. We basically just need to bake a normal map in that position. Be nice to do something pretty high resolution. You got some stanky breath. Okay, Pixie, I gotta work. I'm sorry. So I think in order to do this properly, we would want to take the body breast low poly. It's the version we made before. And it's our source for this, but not the UV map. Okay, let's go to body low poly here then. And we'll look at our UV map here. That's for the scales, but that's good because that means we have 2 more map slots we can use. And I would like to copy the other one. So I think I'll just rename this really quick to A. Can't change the order. Maybe it's the one I have selected that gets copied. Okay, good. All right, so then we would just want to take the breast here. Let's make sure live unwrap is off. It is good, good stuff. Then here, grow our selection. Might as well just take the whole little rectangle right here. That should be everything right here. Which should be that section of mesh. Okay, so we'll do that by here. Invert our selection and hide it like so. Gets rid of a little bit more than I'd like. Good. That's annoying. Okay, well, we know what section it is, so we'll just go here. There, yay. All right, so this section, we're gonna have fill up this whole square right here. Something like that. Save. Excuse me. Hello, Star Seekers Pixel. Welcome back. What do you do to get that rib cage look on your topology? So if we go to our wireframe, a lot of times what I'll do when I'm looking to, I'll start with like just a cylinder. So just a purely subdivided cube, basically. I can show you what I mean. Take our cube, subdivide it, boom, boom. And we'll just throw in another loop. And if I mesh this, but what you can do, usually you want to make sure it's symmetrical and stuff, but just for effect, you can go in and select a section like this or something, and then bevel it. Oh, and that's a nice, easy way to get topology. If I was using a mirror modifier, it'd look even better. Mirror. And then you can kind of adjust things. But it's nice because if you have something that you want to contour to the body, but you still want to keep the nice geometry, quick and easy. Hello, Popstar. Sorry, won't be long today, but I want to pop in and say hi. Hello. How are you doing today? I'll catch the full vid later today. Sounds good, Popstar. I'm doing well. Doing well. Kind of chilling like a villain. And excited to be wrapping up this avatar. Good. I'm glad you find that useful, Star. Or Spixie. I mean, hi. Sorry, type. Oh, no. It came in right, I think. Well, the first one. Yeah, right now we're fixing the breasts because they are oddly shiny. So we're going to make a normal map for the inflated version. So we can take this, inflated. So we'll want to export the version like this. We'll want I suppose we'll want one version. Additionally, that's subdivided. We'll just add a modifier subdivision. You know, we'll actually leave this one like this with the subdivision there that we can toggle or get rid of. Remove underscore. So it doesn't get baked in when I'm filing all the different versions. Then we'll go to a new collection because we just can't have enough, which will be body breast. Okay. And I think the easiest way to get this working right would be to simply take the edited version, Alt-D duplicate, and send it down to that new collection. And then turn off the subdivision. And then additionally, I'm going to add some geometry nodes real quick. Here, so add that modifier, new, and we'll call this remove attribute. And we're going to do exactly what we say. Remove attribute, like this. And the first one will be our first UV map, and then the second one, UV map. And duplicate this. And UV map, 001. All right, so now those are removed, but we still have the low-level geometry. In fact, I'm going to do one more thing which is actually to, we're just gonna make a plane, delete everything in it, add a modifier, and we'll see what we have. Perfect. We'll just say copy object. Object. And exactly what we say, object, info, bam, relative, realize, and drop that right there. And we would like this one. Okay. And copy to selected and copy to selected. Delete that one. All right, much simpler. And that's even better because now it's referencing the other object, and whenever I export it, if I make changes to the original, it's all inherited. Okay. So, just baking breasts, so everything looks good. It should remove the extra UV maps. So now we just want to go to the collection, turn on our exporters. We'll do a Substance Painter V2 export, and we'll send that to Bakes, Breasts, Dara, or Silver Dragon, Breast, Low Poly, Accept. And we're going to rename this, do Low Poly, duplicate the collection, and call this Breast. Bake, Low Poly, so Breast, Bake, High Poly. And what we'll do here is pretty similar. We'll copy the object, but we don't need to remove those. We'll just add a subdivision. Easy, simple. Okay, and since we already set up our collection exporter, which did not work, not really happen. Okay. I'm going to do that a third time. Bakes, Silver Dragon, Breast, Low Poly dot FBX. Accept. Copy. Weird. Okay. Export those collections, save again. Okay, they're both in there. Save. Time for some Substance Painter. Hello, McChunky. Welcome, welcome. Things are going well. We are working on baking some breasts right now. Some dragon breasts. I suppose so. It's my objects. Hey, thank you for the follow, McJungie. Welcome, welcome. I like the name. Bam. Open that up. Save. Here. This looks complicated. It definitely has a learning curve. Now there's a lot to it. Not to hype myself up at all, but you got the cat in the mix too. She wants some attention, don't you? She does. But sorry, you gotta go. You gotta go right there. Right there. Okay. Like I did mess up a little bit. We go to the low poly. Gonna need is a mask or the interesting. No vertex groups because right. Because we're copying the object, so in order to have vertex group, we need to go back to the original, bottom, boom. We need to go to groups and we'll search rest. Perfect. That. Low poly. Boom. Okay, so we should be able to use that one now, and it works. Awesome. And then so realize this still has a subdivision on it. We don't need that. And we can do smooth threshold and just kind of bring it in until it's just the essentials. Right there, export again. Refresh the mesh. Okay, now we just have the section we're looking for, which is just the breasts. Save, window, mode, bake. We're gonna bake from the high poly mesh we have, which is this one. And we really just need normal map. We'll bake at 248. Might as well bake it. Why do I keep holding her? Because I just had to put her down again. I love you, Pixie, but please leave me alone. The essentials. Okay, return to painting mode. It's a little crunchy. What's that? Let's go to the high poly. Wireframe. See any distortion like what we're seeing here? Why would we have that distortion? It must just be the UV map itself. Okay, then let's make a better UV map. So let's go here, there, and on the new UV map that we've made, not this one. Let's do it better. Okay. Then we will unwrap. Say conformal. Or not. We'll say angle based. Minimum stretch. Okay. That should work much better. And then we can go back to these two and re-export that collection and rebake. That looks a lot better. Okay. Perfect. So it's still terrible. Why does it look so bad? Okay, so that's just the shadows on the geometry. Oops, sorry, spit everywhere. There's not much we can do about that. Okay, then let's export our textures. We want them in here. We want them in our materials. We have the breast right here. We can actually go ahead and just delete all those. Delete. Show Explorer. Take the path. Painter. Oh. Darn. Actually messed up the bake there. I wasn't using the latest one. No, she's mad at me. Okay, export. We'll do Poyomi. Oh, that's annoying. Why is this rounded? Doesn't matter that much. And I do know why that's happening. So that's okay. We'll live with that for now. I can fix it later. Let's just get it testing. So I'll put it in here, select this folder. We want that Poyomi B10. Doesn't necessarily have to be, but that will work. Okay, because we get this normal map, which is what we're really looking for. And then let's go back down to the version of the Dragon we're exporting. We'll go ahead and compile all the changes we've made. And then we'll export. Whoa. That was surprising. Why is it? Oh, I see. because we didn't save it as a shape key. We have to go back here and make sure that on our low poly version edited that we are keeping our preview off. And that way when we update this one, it's all coming together. One piece of many. We have a lot of editable attributes for this character, so you can like make the character more muscular, more thin, a lot of stuff like that. It's pretty fun. There we go. All right, so now on the main body material here, we would like to go to RGBA color masking and use one of these other channels. As long as it's unused, yeah. So let's do green. And we'll drop the breast that we made right here. Say fix now. Normal intensity 1. Oh, and then switch the map to UV2. Interesting. Blend mode replace. Okay, as long as we use a mask, it's still got this weird, like, almost transparent look. It's because we're on replace there. Masks. Masks. Normal, here we go. Blend mode, blend. Okay. Still definitely need to make a mask so that it doesn't look like this. We got the masks here. RGB color masking. So we need to go. How long did it take you to learn all of this? Quite a while. A lot of different little pieces of stuff to learn. Probably the better part of 10 years at this point. And I still, I don't know, there's always more to learn with this kind of work. It doesn't really slow down. This is the old model. That makes it a little, oh wait, I can just hide this. Thank goodness. Okay. So for here, we need to enable the RGBA color masking. What channels are we using for that again? User 0, user 1. Okay, well, that makes it easy. So let's add our user 1 channel. Boom. Right down there, make sure that our base has it disabled. Let's make it visible. Perfect. For some reason the eyeballs still have it, so go up to the eye, disable this, or do that. I guess disabling it would do the same thing. And then we need just a template flat. That right here. In this layer, it's just the user one layer. And we're going to add a paint so we can paint this in. Basically something like that. Save. Export. Back here. Okay. So that means we should have where did that just export to? Gotcha. There. So we have an extra set of textures here, but which one's the right one? Must be this first group. Alrighty. Cool, and we can see that the mask is working because now the rest of the body isn't getting affected. However, this still looks quite crunchy. We go to the material. We have our normal, which is turned way up because yes. Yeah, that's gonna be really hard to dial in. I was hoping that this would be a quick fix, but interesting. Oh,